In this video, you are going to learn about the first very important Newton's law, which is the law of inertia. Because before we understand what is law of inertia, let's understand the word inertia. See, if I split that, it is like inert. Now, inert meaning what? Inert is something where the body is not very active. Correct? That's the meaning of the word inert. So, inertia meaning the body doesn't want to change, the body doesn't want to react to couple of things, or mostly the surroundings, what we can talk about here. That is the meaning of the word inertia. Fine. So now we have law of inertia. Now what the law states, every body continues to be in a state of rest or uniform motion unless an external force is acted upon it. Okay, now this is a particular law, and I know you guys have learned this particular law. This is Newton's first law of motion. Okay, now let's try to understand the meaning of this particular statement. Now, every body continues to be in a state of rest or uniform motion. The body doesn't want to move unless you put an external force on it. If a body is at rest, it tends to be at rest. Simple examples are big mountains. The body is always at rest, they don't move at all. Correct? Or uniform motion. Remember that frictionless plane and the body under uniform motion we discussed? See this one? The body tends to be in uniform motion unless an external force is applied on it. Here we are not applying any force, so the body tends to be in uniform motion. Fair enough? This is the whole point of Newton's first law of motion. The body either stays in rest or the body stays in motion. Simple example, what we can talk about is in our day-to-day life activities. Okay, like say early morning, best example, you are sleeping. You tend to be in the same state, correct? You want to sleep more. You don't want to get up. Simple. Inertia, law of inertia. You don't want to change the state. This is basically law of inertia. See, very simple to understand. Now, what is the third part of this law which is important? Unbalanced force. Now, what do we mean by unbalanced force? Best example, friction is an unbalanced force. Okay, already one force is applying on the body. Its arms are moving, it's peacefully, it's going. Suddenly, some unbalanced force acts on the body. Then the state is going to change. Like, let's take an example of a normal car. See, we have a car. The car is moving, correct? As the car is moving, if you stop the accelerating of the car is going, it is going to halt after a period of time. Why? There is one force acting, there is another force acting this way. So it's an unbalanced force, correct? Because of this, the body is going to come to halt. Simple example. Now that you have understood the law, see, let's just go over the law one more time. What the law states is every body continues to be in a state of rest or uniform motion unless an external force is going to act upon it, correct? You can say external force or you can also call it as an unbalanced force. Pretty much both will give you the same thing. Now, when we talk about inertia, there are two types. Okay, now actually three types are there. The third one we generally don't consider. So mainly two types. One is inertia by mass, inertia by motion. Two. Third one is inertia by direction, which we don't really generally consider. Now, what is inertia by mass? Inertia by mass is what? Suppose say you have two objects. See, you have this ball and say you have a stone. Now, the shape is pretty much the same, correct? But look at the mass. Obviously, the stone is going to have a lot of mass. That means it has a lot of inertia. It's very hard to move a stone. Unless if you're going to do something like this, see what's going to happen. Correct? See, this is what is happening here. Now, what is this inertia by mass? Inertia by mass is you have a stone. You try to kick the stone. See, the stone rebounds back and hits your head. Well, that's not going to happen. But still, what this inertia by mass is going to tell is that more the mass of the body, more is going to be the inertia. Now, the same thing we can also call it as inertia by rest. Okay, inertia by rest. So, greater the mass, greater is the inertia. That's why if you have a very big stones or anything like this, it's very hard to move them. But once it starts to move, it's very hard to stop them, because they would have had like a lot of force will be applied on it to move them, and to stop them you require even more greater force, because they have a lot of inertia, right? Understood? So whenever we talk about inertia by mass, it's the same as inertia by rest. We also have the similar examples and explanation for inertia by motion and inertia by direction also. All right. Now, this video is all about the first law of motion, which is every body is in state of rest or uniform motion unless an external force is applied or acted upon it. This is Newton's first law of motion.